Anyway, let's bring up Kevin Jones. Give it up for Kevin Jones.
How's everybody doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. I don't know if you noticed, we got a little bit of snow here lately. They said on the news this morning that it was the record amount of snowfall for Ohio in February. It's whiter out there than the 1966 Kentucky Wildcats. Yeah, that's white. That's very white. Go Big Blue. I love them. Well, it's February, as I said. This is the furthest I've ever made it into a new year without breaking my New Year's resolutions. This year my resolution was to gain weight and not get laid. So far, so good, you know. I guess reverse psychology only works when you try it on somebody else. Should have filled me in. Should have filled me in on that. This past Christmas, my girlfriend came up to me and said, wearing nothing but a bow, said, "It's time to unwrap your present, big boy." And I said, "Baby, nobody likes to re-gift her." Especially when it's the same thing I tried to return the year before, you know? Yeah, so I'm single now. That kind of stuff happens when you make remarks like that. I'm not desperate enough to sign up for a dating website, but I'm just desperate enough to try to date Kate Gosselin. Not because I'm attracted to her, but I know how many food stamps you can get with 8 kids. You know? Man's got to eat. You got to do what you got to do. When you grow up in a trailer park like I did, food stamps are currency. That's as good as money. Of course, the government's put it on a card now to try to deter you from spending the money on stuff you're not supposed to. But it's really more of an inconvenience. Because I don't trust a guy that just sold me 2 joints and a scratched up Tombstone DVD to take my card to the store and just spend $8. Now you got to follow them to the store, make sure they ain't ripping you off. The things I do to blow taxpayer money, it's getting ridiculous. It's a shame. It's a damn shame. Yeah, I just like people to look at me every now and then. It makes me feel pretty. I'll tell you what, there's not going to be too many taxpayers for me to mooch off of if the economy doesn't improve. Jobs are going overseas. Families are foreclosing on their homes. And that's awesome because I don't look like a loser for not having a job and living with my mom now. I'm not a bum. I'm a victim of the recession. It's all how you spin it, you know. You got to make it work for you, and it's doing what I want it to. I'm loving it. Loving every second of it. Every time somebody asks me where I'm working at, it's like, "Kevin, where are you working at now?" It's, damn economy, man. Instant built-in excuse. You can't go wrong. Works every single time. How many of you voted this past election? Yeah? 2 of you. Go democracy. How many of you voted in hopes of electing our nation's first African-American president? Yeah, 1 of you. That's awesome, too. I did, but I voted for Michael Jordan because that guy's a winner, you know? He's got the heart of a champion, and that's something you can't be taught on Capitol Hill. I tried to talk everybody I know into voting for the guy, and they're like, he don't got the experience. We're in 2 wars overseas. And I'd like to debunk that myth by pointing their attention to the 1996 summer blockbuster Space Jam. When Bugs Bunny and company were kidnapped by the Monstars, did they call NATO? Did they call the United Nations for help? Hell no. That's the answer. They called Michael, and he went halfway across the galaxy to liberate the Looney Tunes. And he did it by shooting hoops, not bullets. Give peace a chance. That's all I'm trying to say, people. That's all I'm trying to say. They've got equal rights groups for everything nowadays. Women, minorities, gays and lesbians, animals, but not in that order. They've all got their representative groups, but fat people don't, and that ends today. But for that to happen, I need all my chunky comrades in the crowd to rise with me, but not too fast. I don't want you to get short of breath or lightheaded or anything like that. I know how it goes. It can be rough. From now on, when we do something, it'll be referred to the same as when a skinny or average-sized person does it. These are pictorials from now on, everybody. Not jelly jugs, however lovely lady lumps will do. That makes me feel pretty too. Whenever we have sex, and it's with another person, it'll be called sex. Not rape, not inbreeding. I don't care if it was a drugged up relative. The way the damn economy is, man, you can't afford to buy a hooker, you know? You gotta do what you gotta do. I spend a lot of time on Facebook. It's cool because you can talk to old friends, meet new ones. And there's a lot of other stuff you can do to kill time, like play games or take quizzes. I took a quiz the other day that was the how many sexual partners will you have in 2010 quiz. I got my results, and it said 0 because you spent too much time taking douchey surveys on Facebook when you should be out the bar spiking drinks. But one of my resolutions was to not get laid, so that didn't hurt my feelings. I'm not the only one not having sex nowadays. I've seen where young stars like Miley Cyrus and the Jonas Brothers are wearing rings, promise rings, so to show people they're not having sex. I thought about buying one, but I think this bad lad lets everybody know I'm not getting too much action, It'd be a waste of money to buy something like that. On the news, there's this very attractive woman who is auctioning off her virginity. It got up to $3 million. That's a lot of money. I wish I would have thought about that before I donated mine to Goodwill. But it helped the community out, do a little something for the kids, Women, I wish you were more like men sometimes. Not look-wise, but mentality-wise. Pick up on some habits that men do. Like waking up hungover next to the fat person you regret having sex with the night before. You should try it out sometime. That's something I like to call Urkel sex, because the first thing out of your mouth is, did I do that? I smoke a lot of pot. You guys are looking at me like, it makes sense now. We give you the munchies. This guy stays stoned. He's in a coma. Don't judge me, I got really big bones. In Ohio, they make you take DARE in elementary school, which is a drug prevention program. It tries to tell you that marijuana is a gateway drug. They'll lead to harder drugs. That them harder drugs will lead you to having disease-infested sex with nasty old women. Living off welfare and government housing. Sign me up. You just promised I was going to get laid and have a roof over my head at some point. Like I said, I'm from the trailer park. That's shooting for the stars right there. But I got scared straight. Something happened along the way that made me stay away from the hard stuff. I seen a man put another man's wiener in his mouth for pills once. Yeah, it was gross. It scared me. You should have seen the look on my face. I'll reenact it for you. That's right. How bad do you want them painters? All right, everybody. My name's Kevin Jones. Thank you very much.
Hi, Kevin. How you doing this evening?
Fine, yourself?
Good. You were so funny. We enjoyed you. So how long have you been doing comedy?
Just about a year.
Okay. And what made you get into comedy?
Figured why not.
Okay.
I apologize. I figured why not. I watch TV and there's guys that aren't funny at all.
Right.
And everywhere I go, I've got people in tears. So I figured, why not give it a shot? It's better than selling drugs. So.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. You are very funny. So where else can we see you at?
MySpace, rooftopcomedy.com. And I'm not on there, but standupcincy.com. It promotes all local comedians. I'm trying to help get the word out there. Live comedy's great. Enough people don't go see it. It's a cheap night out. Okay. Standupcincy.com.
Cool. And where will you be performing next?
Sunday, I'll be at the Mainstay Rock Bar. That Wednesday, I'll be at Go Bananas here in Cincinnati.
Cool. Well, we appreciate you for coming to Cincy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.